Guys, welcome back to Sync with Sarah, and in today's video I'm here to give you 18 lessons that I've learned in 18 years of life. Have I mastered these? No, not even like logos, but have I understood the importance of these? Yeah, I have. And guys, I completely understand. It's like a canon event to not listen to advice that's literally being handed to you. If I had listened to half of the things that were told to me, I would not be doing this. I would be doing something like really, really crazy. But it's completely understandable. When somebody asks you to be happy, it just doesn't hit. It doesn't hit like those reels you see at 3 a.m. at night that make you want to like change your entire life. So, as you can very much tell, the inspiration for the video was brain chemistry altering. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do. Just I had one thing in mind, and it should hit, and that's why like I'll try to make it as relatable as possible. But let's get started. You know what, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not even going to give you a chance to let your feelings build. But the first lesson is the grass is always greener on the other side. And this is like not even debatable, it's just the universal truth. Nobody's ever satisfied with where they are, with what they are. And that's just true, because the thing is that somebody's always going to be better than you at something. It can be a skill, it can be a quality. And sometimes I feel like that is how it should be, because that gives you the incentive to want to be better and to do better and kind of like upgrade your skills. And something that's also very crazy is you want to be that person, but 100% that person wants to be somebody else or something else. Because we're human beings, we're not satisfied with where we are. This might just be one of my favorite points on here, and it is a little generic, might seem generic, but it's just like a tad bit controversial. But it is: social media is not real life. I'll explain what I mean. What I mean to say is that for me, at least, I keep reminding myself that social media is supposed to be an escape away from reality. At least for me, that's what it always meant. All I ever wanted from social media was to sit down and rate people's Met Gala outfits in my pajamas. If I want to experience negativity, guys, I will do it IRL. Like, I'll experience it from the right source. That is just enough. Social media is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be enjoyable. I want to be going through people's dance reels and not the other kind of drama, if you know what I mean. I keep reminding myself of that. Sometimes I get too absorbed in the online drama, but I feel like nah, that's not how it's meant to be. Also, of course, the secondary point is stop comparing ourselves to people online. That's always going to be one of the major issues. Stop comparing your insides to somebody else's outside, because trust me, I am on social media and people only present the best picture, like the best part of themselves. Stop comparing your life to their seemingly perfect life. That's never how it is. Choose quality friends over quantity of friends. This is not something that can be explained to a person who already has a bunch of friends. If you do, that's amazing. But if you're going through the same thing, if you're in that same situation, I can explain it to you in a way. This is how I explain everybody. But there are about 7-8 billion people on this earth, rounding off again. And there are what, like almost 2 billion people in India itself. Trust me, there has to be like one person or maybe two people in this world who are like you and who will like you for who you are and who will appreciate you. So why are you still in friend groups that won't even realize that you've disappeared if you don't show up tomorrow? And I understand this is what we are told, that you're never going to be able to find people who are exactly like you. So the easier path is to just stick with the same people that you've always been with. But the truth is that you're miserable right now, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You might be miserable without them because you're alone, but then you will soon start to enjoy your own company. And once you start doing that, trust me, there's no going back. You're right, you might not have found your people right now because maybe you're in school and you've kind of exhausted the entire potential. But you're going to go out in the real world someday and you're totally going to find your people. That automatically brings me to my next point, which is find joy in JOMO. Once you start enjoying your company, that is when you realize how cool you are and what the world is missing out on. And even I know that people exist who are people's people and they love other people's company, but sometime or the other you do have to come to terms with, like, be your own best friend and find peace in solitude. Not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. I feel like this is such like a major teenage problem, and accepting this is like a peak adulting moment according to me. It is just so exhausting to please everybody, and one day you are going to realize that, and you're just going to be so sick of it, and you're going to realize it's just not worth it. You should focus on the people who actually like you, whom you actually like, and that adds up to an additional pointer, which is stop having expectations from people. It is not their job to like satisfy you, your expectations, to fit into your expectations. I'll tell you what, this is going to hit you like a tractor one day, and you're going to realize I'm so true. And that is the only people you can have complaints about, can complain to, or have expectations from is your immediate family, mainly your siblings. It is a part of your siblings' job description to literally like be all of this. They are your day one since day one. Your friends can leave you, but your siblings literally can't. And it's pretty cool. I'm so sorry to all the single children out there. Fake it till you make it. I'm actually so like sick of this line, because for the past few years for me have literally been about embodying this, because the truth is not every person is a confident person, a very, I don't know, like secure person, so many things. And this quote takes you such a long way, because the people in front of you don't know what's going on. So if you pretend to be confident, that really switches things up, and sometimes that really plays a trick on your brain, and it does work out sometimes. So I think it's worth a go. I feel like I will be experiencing a lot of this in this year, and I have already started, man. But it is, things will not always go according to plan. When you start planning like college and your career path, that's when you start initially getting hit with this concept. But you do realize that there is nothing you can do about it other than accept it and eventually move on. And I found this amazing quote online, and it says, it's about adjusting the sails, not about abandoning the ship. And I feel like so many 12thers are going to relate to this. But I think it's about, realizing that you need to change the course of your plan, and you need to start thinking about how you're going to do amazing at whatever happens next. And you might have worked hard enough, you might have planned everything, but sometimes plans just do not materialize. This is also something I need to keep reminding myself of, but you're so much more capable than you give yourself credit for. And I feel like this is a continuation of fake it till you make it, because no one's gonna believe that you're capable of a lot of cool stuff unless you believe it. And if you don't believe that about yourself, then you can pretend to believe that about yourself, because you automatically believe a very like self-confident person. Okay, you might not be good at maths, but that is not the end of smartness. Like, you could be smart at fashion, you could be smart at something else, if you know what I mean. I saw this online, and it is such an amazing way of putting it. But set boundaries with energy vampires. I would have said learn how to say no, learn how to not be a pushover, but no, learn how to set boundaries with energy vampires. And it's true, there are situations, there are people who drain you out, who exhaust you. They're kind of like those apps that you download after watching an ad, but they drain your battery. So you got to learn how to preserve yourself. I am not even kidding. If there is one thing that I could go back and tell myself, it would be, your comfort zone is nice, but nothing cool ever happens there. For years, I did not do so many things under the excuse of I'm just not comfortable doing that, and I'm just not that kind of a person. Guys, that was just such a wrong move. I know that it's really embarrassing to do certain things, but your future self is going to literally thank you and is going to be so grateful to you. Guys, be a part of every trial, be a part of every tryout, be a part of every audition. See, the worst of all, the worst that can happen is that you won't be a part, you won't get selected. But that's all right, because you're going to have the experience, you're going to know what skills you need to upgrade, you're going to know what are your problem areas. That is so much better than having to go in the actual real world and realizing all that you should have, all the certificates you need. Not all advice is good advice, actually. There are going to be so many people who are going to give you advice, and you should always listen, you should always consider. But I think that ultimately the decision should be yours, because it's insane. But you can't come back after 10 years and tell them that they're the reason that you're stuck in this situation. It is going to be all on you. So I feel like you should then obviously do things that appeal to you, things that you think are right. Even if they turn out wrong, you regret it the same way 10 years down the line, but then you will be able to blame yourself, and then you won't be able to deflect that, oh, this wasn't my fault. Do not be afraid to ask stupid questions. I am a very dedicated follower of this. My extent might be very small since I was in school till now. So I mean, like, it's all right to ask stupid questions to your tuition teachers or your teachers, but this applies to everywhere. And I was so dedicated to this that my tuition teachers thought that I was really, really dumb. I asked such stupid questions that it made them question their entire existence. Like, I was a very dedicated follower of this, because see, at the end of the day, I knew that my goal was not pleasing them or appearing smart in front of them. Now, you do need to know whom to impress. If you're appearing dumb in front of the wrong people, that might be a little difficult for you. But with teachers and tuition teachers, it works. I feel kind of old saying this, but networking is not cringe, and you realize this as you get older. I'm not asking you to be best friends with everybody. I'm just saying that you should have working relationships with everybody. Because now that I'm in like a really important stage of my life, like making college decisions, choosing which subjects I want to pursue, it's better if I can stay in touch with as many people as I can to understand what they're up to. If they can help me out in my situation, if I can help like get a better perspective of my situation, it is really important to know as many people as you can, because you get to know so much vital information when you are in touch with like diverse people. Life is not perfect, but your outfit can be. Trust me, fashion is purely an art form. Do not be afraid to express it. Fashion is whatever you think fashion is. It is not what you see on Instagram. It is not what you see beauty influencers wearing. It is whatever you feel comfortable in. It can be 6-inch high heels, or it can be a pair of sports shoes. It is whatever you want it to be. And once you realize the potential of fashion and how much happiness it can give to you, it's really difficult not getting lost in it, not enjoying it in a good way, of course. Do not let people make you believe otherwise. As long as you look forward to getting ready every morning, that's a really, really good sign. Self-care also means skincare, and I'm not talking about like really lengthy 8-step routines or really expensive ones. No, 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 I am not even referring to only girls. I'm talking to everybody, and I'm talking about the most basic out of them all, which is like not popping your pimples, uh, not touching your hands, sorry, not washing your hands, no, washing your hands before touching your face. If I had done that, like, I would have a couple less scars, and I wish I could go back and tell myself to do that. Changing your pillow covers often. When I did realize that it was the pillow covers, and then suddenly I stopped getting pimples at some exact spots. That was a very like changing experience for me. Then if you wear specs, then clean the specs before you put it on. No, obviously you can't do that every time, but at least once in a day, because you wear it to school and it gets oily, and sometimes it's a little disgusting, okay? So do these basics, you're gonna thank me in the future. Be kind even when you feel like they don't deserve it, because the truth is, I struggle with this too, but then you realize that everybody's fighting battles that you cannot see, and they seem like they have it all together. They probably don't. And you can't see the BTS of their life, so even if they're being rude, even when you don't feel like it, show them some kindness, because it's probably going to come back to you again sometime. Lighting decided to suddenly get really bomb, and my mic has also died, so approaching the end, not everything needs a reaction. I feel like in the age of constant like inputs and people are always fighting, people need to realize that we need to pause and process, and then sometimes things don't always need a reaction. Sometimes the reaction can be toned down by taking time off. And I think this can apply to so many places, to so many people, and in so many different circumstances. And that brings us to the end of this week's video. Wow, God decided to give me some really good lighting right as I'm about to wrap up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was, like a really impromptu thing that I wanted to do. I did not plan it a lot. So if you like this video, then please comment down below. And I'm also done with all my exams officially, like with CUET and all as well. So hopefully I will definitely get more active. But till then, like, share, subscribe and comment, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.